All right, so we have GREEZY DECKZ in the building. Appreciate you coming through. You know what I mean? What's good?
Man. GREEZY DECKZ in the building, man. Thanks for having me. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. So, I just want to start from the beginning and kind of work our way up, talk about your upbringing, talk about, the moves you made in the game and where you're at right now. So let's start from the beginning. Like, you're originally from Brampton, correct?
Yeah, I'm from the B's. You know what I'm saying? B-Town. You know what I'm saying? Cleaning with Merchie. For some Cardi.
All right.
That's my block.
Yeah. So tell me how, like, growing up in that area was. Like, was it tough? Was it pretty smooth?
So, yo,
Yeah.
pretty much, it's not that it was a rough neighborhood. It's a very good neighborhood to be a part of. But, every neighborhood has their crime. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And people, from the block, come to the block, make money, do their thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So often, you'll see the police around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta run from them.
Mm-hmm.
Just being outside. You come outside and smoke a spliff, and then next thing you know, bikes are pulling up. The police on the bikes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this is like if you're talking about a summer day, you gotta be on your P's and Q's at all times because you don't know who's coming to the block. Could be ops waiting to spin.
Mm-hmm.
Could be mans that are, just the man them coming to flex on the block and hood for a bit, kick it and make some money.
Yeah.
Or it could be, the cops. So that mixture of things is like, a pretty crazy environment. But that's every hood. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
No matter where you go in the GTA. So like yeah, definitely was a crazy upbringing that I had, but I just knew to, stay clear of certain things that wasn't for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did certain things like just skateboarding. That was a real passion of mine that I had before music that I would use as an outlet to kind of stay out of trouble, stay off the block.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
So in regards to like, skateboarding and things like that, you don't normally see like, especially like black people or people that grow up in like certain areas, you don't really see people doing skateboarding and shit like that. So how did you get into that?
All right, so, 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying, when skateboarding really wasn't something that was really like super accepted everywhere.
Yeah.
So the ways I dealt with it was I rolled with the punches and I stuck to it. It was one of those things that it's like a life lesson. You gotta stand up for what you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
If this is something that you really love to do,
Mm-hmm.
then you're not gonna let nobody tell you that you can't do it. Whether you're being racist about it, because majority of per se white people do it as a sport. That doesn't mean that black people don't skate.
That's a fact.
Right? So you go to places like Vancouver and you go around to skate parks in Toronto. There's all types of people that skateboard.
Yeah.
No matter what color it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And originated in a place like California, there's a lot of different other people that were skateboarding as well, like Mexican, Hispanic people.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of black influencers that came up in the skateboard world that did a lot of good things to let people know that it's okay.
That's a fact.
And there's a lot of people in the hip hop world that made a crossover to it to let people know that yeah, it's a universal thing. So shout out to like people like Lil Wayne, Lupe Fiasco, Pharrell. You know what I mean? And then when you bring it down to like black leaders in the skateboarding community, like Terry Kennedy and Stevie Williams, these guys are really people that rode out for that shit and made sure that people know that this is something that you could do too, and it's a way of life. It's not just a sport you can talk down on.
So quick question, you kind of gave the rundown in regards to skateboarding and how that's a big part of like, your life and whatnot. How are you able to like mesh the music world with the skateboarding world? I believe your name kind of came from skateboarding, right?
Yeah, so, to just give a little origin story on my name is GREEZY DECKZ. At first, my name was just DECKZ, and that stems from me just, being a skateboarder, doing my thing, riding around, grinding, you know what I'm saying, rebelling in these streets, running from security guards type nigga. That's who I was when I was a little kid, you know what I'm saying? So, me riding around in the skate parks all day, because I'm trying to stay out of trouble. I end up because I was just so fascinated being at the skate park. I never had my own skateboard. Sometimes mans are unfortunate didn't have one.
Mm-hmm.
So times that mans are like taking a break. I'll be like, yo, let me ride your skateboard. See what I'm saying? Let me get the real full grasp of what this really is.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So like, as I got my own and I learned to skate, I got so into skateboarding that I would break them. You know, so like pretty much I'm coming back to the hood now.
Yeah.
2 seconds every week or so with a broken skateboard. Man just start calling me Dex. See what I'm saying? So when it came to me having that name, it just kind of stuck because that's what I was on at the time.
Facts.
And then when it came to me being a rapper and switching over my passion, I just added Greasy onto that in high school, which is where I first really started rapping.
Say a word.
So then it became GREEZY DECKZ.
Makes sense.